Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Or good afternoon, depending on where you're from. As you can see, I have a guest with me. So I'm Dr. Nicole Montero, and I'm speaking with Tamara Howell. She's in the U. No, you're in Paris now, right?
I'm
Like
in
you're in Europe.
France. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're in France. So it's afternoon for you. But I'm so excited that we were able to coordinate this. And as many of you who will be watching this may have heard or seen from me, I am a part of something called the Therabundle. So that name is a bit intriguing, but I have the creator of Therabundle and the person that is responsible for all of this, who was able to join me today. And so I was so excited to just have her talk about Therabundle, what a what a creation. I was going to say like what a value it is, but it's not just about the value in terms of what you get for your money, but it's just the transformation that you'll get through these products and these services. So I want to introduce all of you all to Tamara Howell. Tamara, just tell us a little bit about you besides being the creator of this phenomenal Therabundle.
Well, thank you so much for having me here. And it's so lovely to meet, people who are following you and have an opportunity to talk about this project. I'm based in France. I sound like I'm from the UK, and I have spent a lot of time in the UK. I'm a UK qualified psychotherapist, and I live in France now. And I also make templates and courses for therapists. I have some coaching groups, a mastermind, and I also host this project called Therabundle, which I hosted last year and then did again this year. And it's going super well. And I'm so, so happy to have you as a contributor in the project. And yeah, I just really, really excited about the whole thing. Really excited about your offer as well. Have you told your audience, have you told people what you've put into the bundle?
Yes, I've been posting about it, but this will be a great time to like remind everyone. So, as you all know, I am a licensed psychologist, I'm a professor and author, but one of the things that has really helped to round out my what I do in my business and my practice has been to add coaching to the platter of what I offer, add coaching to the menu. And so I wanted to share with other therapists, especially BIPOC therapists, therapists who often have a difficulty establishing their private practice, having access to the mentors and the resources to be able to make the income that they want. And so I was really focusing on BIPOC therapists who want to increase their income and their impact, and how they can do that by adding coaching, and what are the shifts, the mindset and other shifts that need to happen to be able to successfully add coaching and ethically add coaching to our practice as therapists. So my offer, if you purchase the Therabundle, will be included in that, and you can learn all about how to include coaching in your practice.
It's amazing, and I think such a unique offer. I also haven't seen anything else like it out there, and I think it also like works so well with the other aspects of the bundle. There are lots of things that support and complement each other
Hmm.
in the basket. And so for people who don't know what a course bundle is, it essentially means we've all put our products together for a week and we sell collectively for a much lower price. So actually you make a 98% saving if you get the bundle based on the value of the courses that we all sell. The collective value is $8,721, and we're selling it for
Wow.
just until the end of Halloween for $100. And that means that you pay for an all access pass. Basically, you pay $100 and then you can sign up for a month. You can sign up for all of these courses and then you do them in your own time. You don't have to sign up live to anything. There's no obligation. You can just build a resource bank and save, things for the cold winter on a Sunday evening when you
When
fancy
we'll
doing
be
a bit of
sitting in the house.
therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, when that number, I hope people can hear that. Like there are what, more than 90 or up to 90 contributors, all
Yeah,
experts in their
93.
field. Wow, 93.
Absolutely. And the majority of us are therapists as well, like from different places, mostly from
Mm.
the US. And so most people are from the US. Not not everybody. There's quite a few people. There's a few people from Australia, a few people
Yeah, I
from
was gonna
Europe,
say.
a couple of people in the UK. There's quite a few actually, three or four from the UK as well. And so we're getting different perspectives, but there's also other experts who I call them therapist adjacent professionals or
Mm-hmm.
professionals who serve therapists. So, they've also added things in there for people who are thinking about, for example, creating courses. Then Laura Wilson's got a resource in there called Planning Your Transformational Course. And there's
Mm.
also Erin Heath has DIY Your Brand. There's actually quite a few things about Shayna Longstreet has something in there about identity-led branding, and
Mm.
there's lots of different aspects of building our businesses, um, growing profitability. Audrey Shane has Path to 350, which I'm very, very interested in.
Yeah.
Which is all about the structure of how we plan our businesses. And for me, that number seems completely out of reach. But I'm super interested to hear how someone else did it. And that's what I love about the bundle is it's fresh, it's made by independent creators. These are techniques and tools that people use in their businesses currently, post pandemic,
Mm.
that
Yes.
actively work, that we are currently selling and currently helping people with. And when I invited people to be part of the bundle, the subject heading of my email was "Let's make a bigger impact." And I feel like that is definitely the vibe and the culture of the group, of the contributor group, is that everybody has come together and it feels very collaborative and
Yes.
supportive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things about what you said, like the whole collaboration piece, and the fact that also as therapists, we're a very welcoming group. So you can be therapist adjacent, like, because there are people who know about marketing and branding, and these are things that we, in our education, we were so immersed in learning about therapy and psychology and all of that, that there wasn't a lot. We had to wait until afterwards to learn marketing, and
Right.
so much has changed, right? Like you got to know SEO. And I love the one, there's a one about how to make your website more globally accessible. And as someone who's
Yeah.
done a lot of global work, I was like, that really stood out to me. Like, how can I
It's a
get my
really
work out
unique
there?
Yeah, it's a really
Very
unique offer
unique.
from Danby Shin called Globally Inclusive Websites, and I actually have had my eye on that offer since last year. Like I've been
Oh.
following her. I'm a bit of like a contributor stalker, so I've been following people,
Uh-huh.
and as soon as I get connected with someone, I like look up all their stuff, and I'm like, I hope they're in my bundle, and so I've been following Danby for a long time, and I asked specifically for that course for the bundle. There's quite a few
Mm.
things that I like very specifically asked for them to be in. And I'm really, really excited about that one because I mean, if you think about, the number of people that buy the bundle and, even if only half of us do globally inclusive websites course, and then we go and make changes to our website, that makes a huge impact on the people that visit our websites and, feels more affirming for people. So, I mean, for me, that's just incredible that, we can do that. And there's so many other things in there. There are, just to do with building,
Mm.
building our businesses in a more inclusive way. And there's things like information about Medicare credentialing, and there's also
Mm.
so Gabrielle Giuliano Villani has put in her introduction to Medicare credentialing, and there's also information like clinical trainings about how to work
Yes.
with kids with neurodivergence and polyvagal frameworks and
Mhm.
techniques. And there's lots of things for our self-care and our personal growth. But I think, some of the things that I'm really excited about are like the Profit First for therapists with
Mm.
Julie
Mhm.
Jerez, and also Megan Hale's course, Map Your Method, which is it's a $350 course, which is about moving from one to one to one to many. So
Hmm.
essentially scaling your work. And I think those things are going to be really, really interesting, especially for therapists who want to start building more profitability.
And I think that's such a mindset shift because many therapists, that was never talked about in education. It's almost like you're implicitly encouraged to be so self-sacrificing. And,
Yes.
so for something like profit first for therapists, I think that is really amazing because what we do is so important. And so we want to have impact and income. So there's so many offers in the bundle that help people to get that income.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole concept of profit first really, really showed me we're the only industry that I know of that essentially creates scholarship programs in our businesses before we're profitable. You know, we just,
Wow.
can you imagine
Yes.
like companies that start scholarship programs, they're usually very
Mhm.
profitable businesses, and then they're like, oh, we should do something philanthropic, we should do something for the community. But what we do it the other way around. We're like, we should do something for the community. I don't need to eat. I don't
Yeah.
who needs
Never
to
make
pay
a profit.
bills? I'll do it. It's fine. I just want to help people. And we do that. And, I think it's wonderful. If people are in a financial position to do that, then that's really wonderful. But I'm a solo income provider. I am not in a
Mhm.
position to do everything for free. I do think we can structure our businesses in a way where we can provide things at a range of costs so that we are profitable and we're also contributing to the community and creating accessibility. I think that's completely possible. And I learned
Mhm.
that through Profit First, really. I mean, I'm not very strict with it, but I learned that through that kind of concept of you have to take care of your own profit before you can
Before
start
you
doing stuff
start
for free
giving
for
out.
everyone else.
Yes. And it's so in line with what we, many of us teach our clients, like you can't pour from an empty cup. And I
Absolutely.
wanted the people to know that even if you're not a therapist, like I have a lot of people who are coaches or consultants or who are just into personal development. And there are a lot of offers that are about managing your time and managing yourself and having balance, right?
Absolutely. There's loads of stuff in there. Tamika Leon, who I was in her summit recently, it was a fantastic summit. And she's put in something that's about optimizing your time for women, really based on cycles and seasons, which is absolutely
Mm.
fantastic. I
Mhm.
love that, there's said some stuff in there about boundaries from Dufflin Lammers, Laura Zane. They've both put in things about boundaries, which is something that I always have to work on.
Mhm.
Always can learn more. And but I do think that the finding balanced approaches to things, like even taking balance into other parts of our business. So there's also a balanced approach to content marketing. So I think that there's lots of therapeutic ideas that actually help loads of us who are coaches, who are working in online business, who are creating courses, memberships, and things like that. And there's loads of things that I've got in there specifically with that in mind. So Sandra Vanderlee, I approached her. She's got a big template shop. She's a copywriter.
Mm. Mhm.
And I specifically approached her and was like, we need these webinar promo templates because lots of people who buy the bundle will want to create a webinar at some point, and because everyone
Uh-huh.
has something to teach. And so we've got webinar promo templates now. You don't have to come up with the emails on your own. So
Yeah.
I think there's lots of useful stuff in there, no matter, not no matter whatever your business, but like especially if you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur, then there's especially there's a lot of resources.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing you said about we are trailblazers in terms of like the ideas that come from the therapy fields and psychology fields. And I think now we're really becoming more comfortable just being in the forefront in that way. Because anything that you hear about that's very popularized, it really started in our fields, like
Mhm.
self-care, balance, looking at burnout. So now, like, I feel like the bundle kind of puts it front and center in terms of this whole array of resources that are spearheaded by therapists and therapists like type people. So, and it's funny when you talked about the marketing one. This morning, my daughter was telling me she's in middle school what they were learning about like Greek mythology and stuff. And she was like, they were using it to look at marketing campaigns, whether it was appealing to ethos, pathos, or logos. And so we were talking about like coming from a place of expertise, emotion, appealing to emotion or appealing to logic. And I was like, this is like really, you're understanding the human psyche and what triggers. I just thought it was fascinating.
That's
And
so
so I'm always bringing
interesting.
everything back to our, yeah, what we do in our field.
Gosh, that is so interesting. I'm the same. I mean, that's really how the whole bundle concept came about. It's like I saw other people doing it and I thought, well, how can we do that in a how can we do that in a therapeutic way? Like so that
Hmm.
like it sort of feels collaborative and it can feel,
Uh-huh.
like, oh, how can we do this as a group and stuff. So yeah, but that's so interesting, like how we do marketing and what it appeals to. Hmm.
Yeah. And then she's like, so what do you think is the one? And she was like, what about pathos? That's where something is, it appeals to your emotion. And I was like, yeah, there's a time when that's like really powerful. It was just really fascinating. And it made me
Yeah.
think about like even marketing, it has so much to do with what we've learned in our, training in psychology and therapy and similar fields. And that was what was so appealing about the Therabundle because I know my audience is a range of people, different types of professionals, some therapists, some all types of people. But I knew for a fact that there is something in this Therabundle for each and every person in my audience, whether they're a practitioner, whether they have an online business, whether they want to master themselves a little bit more. And like you said, boundaries, balance. Oh, you said Tamika, the one about seasons and cycles. I think that is so like important for women, no matter what their field is.
Absolutely. It's, I think, really insightful and I'm the same about everything in the bundle. And I mean, I'm in a certain position because of course I chose everything that was in the bundle. But having said
Confirmation bias.
yeah, that process was like I really thought about individual people. When I would
Mm,
read an offer, I would think, oh, this would really suit that person. They literally just asked me about posture and how they have a bad back all the time because they're always on
mhm.
the computer. So I need Megan
Yeah.
Ehrlich's offer about ergonomics. And I would think about individual people telling me, this is what I'm struggling with. I don't know how to do my about page. I've been stuck on it for a year. And then thinking, well, Ariana Smith has literally put her about page template in. So every single offer, I had a person, I don't know if all those people will buy the bundle, but I had specific people in mind that I have met that are, within my world and that I thought, okay, well, and I think that's how you build like a balanced group, a balanced basket of things, is thinking about individuals because not everything is going to suit everybody, but
Mm,
we
mhm.
are gonna we are going to expand our interest. So there will be something here that I would go and buy individually, but there's also loads of things that because they're in the bundle, I'm going to sign up for them even if I wouldn't have necessarily gone looking for them. So I think there's also this benefit of like the opportunity of expanding our interest, which is really fun.
Yeah, and it's not just like, of course, there's the immense value, like literally, people, you are getting almost $9,000 access to almost $9,000 worth of high quality, professionally expert created resources, 360, like personal development, business, therapeutic techniques. You're getting access to all of that for $100. But more than just the cost savings, like who would have time to even know that all of that exists and to Google every single thing and
Right.
like the way you compile, like no one would have that, oh, let me look at ergonomics, let me look at cycles and seasons, let me look at identity led branding, let me look at coaching for BIPOC there. Like, you would not literally have
Yeah.
time, even if it were all free, to bring all of that together.
Absolutely. There's so much stuff that I didn't even know. I mean, we've got Dr. Avril Cook, whose offer is about decolonizing psychological practice, decolonizing our clinical practice. And Avril's in Australia. And it's
Mm.
obviously like a really timely, they've just had a vote in Australia, which was really not affirming. And I think, it's really important for us to be aware and to find things like that. But I never would have found that course. I wouldn't have even known what to look up. Do you know what I
What to
mean? I wouldn't
Google,
have,
right? Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't have even necessarily thought to find somebody from Australia.
Hmm.
I just wouldn't have even known. So I'm so excited about having that offer in there. um, and that's kind of the perfect example for me, is that as soon as I had Avril's application, and also there's an offer in there about bibliotherapy. It was one of the first applications that I had, and I just knew it was going to
Hmm.
be epic, this collection.
Hmm.
I didn't even
Hmm.
know bibliotherapy was real, like it was a real thing.
That you
And
could,
Emily
yeah.
Rumpel's offer is just, it really legitimizes bibliotherapy. So many people tell me how therapeutic their literature, reading is. And now she's showing us how we can use that in our practices. So it's, I'm really, really excited about the range of the offers that are in there. They're really unique.
Yeah. And speaking of Australia, I forgot whose offer is looking at how to help people to do asylum uh, evaluations. And that's something I used to do when I was practicing in DC. I was connected to a large community of advocates and lawyers that work with asylum seekers and refugees. And so that was a big part of my practice. And I've since kind of not done it as much since I moved. But like the idea that I could connect with someone globally who's doing that type of important work, especially in the times we're living in with so many conflicts and forced migration,
Absolutely.
the idea that like
Absolutely.
that's a way we could impact people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not even something I would ever known to look up, because it's not my area of
Hmm.
specialism. But I'm really interested. It's Louise Worrell's offer. She's actually in the UK, but
Oh, I thought, yeah, she's in
she
UK.
just had a
Okay.
baby literally like a few weeks ago, and she's been participating and joining in with all the bundle stuff. And I'm really excited about that course. And she gave me a couple of choices. She said, I'd really like to be in the bundle. I can do this or I can do this. And that was the
Hmm.
one that I chose because of exactly that reason. Like, it's really important for us to learn about those things that we wouldn't necessarily seek out if they're not our specialism.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you might be wondering, how do I get the Therabundle? So there, and we each of the contributors, we have our own link. It's an affiliate link, and so for my audience, you would go to therabundle.com/Nicole M. It's that simple.
Yeah.
This is the level of detail. I've learned so much just from the level of detail that you've had to like use that you've just used to like make this happen, and it's been really inspirational. And so the fact that I have such an easy link, anyone in my audience who wants my offer or any of the other offers that Tamara mentioned, or any offer, you'll see them all on the bundle. So exactly how does it work, Tamara? They go to the link,
Yeah, they
and
go to
then
the
what is the
link, you
next
can
step?
scroll, you get all the information. I put a video up there explaining everything. You can have a look at all the offers. And then after you purchase, I really want to encourage people who are watching this to use Nicole's link. And when you click on the link, purchase on the same device. And then that means that there'll be a percentage commission attributed to Nicole. And it's a great way of supporting the contributors, because what they do is they sort of take a leap of faith when they join in with me in the
Mhm.
bundle. They're essentially putting their courses in, their resources in for free, and just for the chance to meet people and to serve people and to connect with people, and then bonus if there's a bit of revenue. So I really want to encourage people who are in your audience and who follow you to support you in this way. And I think it's a really, it's a really nice way of supporting people as well,
Oh,
supporting a
yeah.
contributor. And when I send my emails out at the beginning, I say, like, it's great if you're on my list, but go and find a contributor that you want to support, because this is a way that we can, tell people that we appreciate their work. So once people purchase, they receive the invoice, which is obviously, you can use that as, a tax deduction.
Tax
It's a
deduction.
business expense. And then they also receive a welcome email, and that gives them a password to an access page where they can get a spreadsheet with all the names of all the contributors and the offers and the links. And there's also a searchable dashboard if you prefer something a bit more visual, so you can sort things out. You can decide if you want all the downloads, or if you want the courses, if you want particular themes, categories. I've arranged things in different categories. So there's like marketing, there's business, there's professional, clinical skills, multiple income streams, and inclusivity and affirming practice. And so people can decide what they're interested in. And there's also Zoom sessions where I'm doing bundle study club. That's what I like to call it.
Mm,
It's
uh-huh.
essentially, it's co-working. People can come and ask me and say, listen, I just want to build a website. Tell me 5 offers that I need. Or I
Uh-huh.
will sit with you on Zoom while you're signing up to things to keep you company. And so they also get that included. And what else? We also have a little video on there showing people how to organize their inboxes, so they can create a little bundle folder and keep their inboxes clear, but still maintain connection. And that's it, really. I mean, it's kind of as simple as that. And then everyone's got until the 1st of December to sign up for as many offers as they like.
Wow, this is just, I'm just thinking the mind of a therapist, because you don't want someone to just go click, swipe their card, and then it's another thing in the inbox that we never
Yeah.
get to. Like, you're really helping people be connected and feel like they can get the most out of it. Because it can feel overwhelming. There's 93 offers,
For sure.
but there's a whole approach that Tamara can help you to figure out exactly which offers, besides the the creator that you're following.
Absolutely. Well, I'm the sort of person who's like, I'm interested in lots and lots of things deeply. And
Hmm.
I'm also like sort of half very organized and half very chaotic. And I think when
Me
you
too.
are around lots of, when you have experience of, and you're around a lot of neurodivergent people, what we do, if we really want to have affirming practice and affirming businesses, is we start to try to put strategies in place that make
Hmm.
people with different learning styles, make what we offer to them available in different ways. So some people
Hmm.
will find it easier to use a searchable dashboard to organize things and create a list of 10 offers they want. And some people will want a big spreadsheet where they can just click one at a time and get every single offer and create a resource bank. And those two people are both welcome to buy Therabundle, and I want to make it possible for them both to be comfortable. So that's all the strategies that we put in place. It's all there about, some people need a bit of company while they're doing this. Some people need it presented in this way. And so we want
Visually
to
and
make
stuff.
it as easy as possible. Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it, everyone. The Therabundle, therabundle.com. For my affiliate link, it's /Nicole M. And once you sign up, you are guided throughout the process. There's a video when you first get to the page, and even after you sign up, there is help in various ways for you to get the most out of the bundle. This is I've been a part of some different funnels, summits and different events and online processes, but this has by far been one of the most fulfilling. I'm
Oh,
so proud of my offer, and I'm so proud of all of the offers and the collaboration and just the spirit of support for each other as contributors, but also really wanting to help the broader community and knowing that we can just make that impact. Really, really honored to be a part of it. And I'm so glad you could come to my platform, Tamara.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for participating and for trusting us with your offer as well. You didn't know me before, now we're just getting to know each other, and so
Yes.
it's kind of special for me when I get applications and people share these really meaningful offers, and this is obviously like very important and meaningful for you, and I just feel super like honored that people would trust us, and I just think it's really wonderful. I'm ever so grateful for your participation, and thanks for having me here.
All right. Thank you, Tamara. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and see
You
you,
too.
everybody. Okay. Take care.